Hi guys, I'm back, and I know it's been a very long time. It's been nearly 6 months since I last posted a video, but I am back now. Lots going on and lots has changed. And I have shot 3 other videos, or tried to shoot 3 other videos, but I've got home and I just didn't like them. I'll go through that in other videos on why them videos got canned. It's partly due to new gear, but let's get cracking with today's video. So today we're going to be talking about this. This is the Colour SKOPAR. It's the 21mm VOIGTLANDER lens. Now, the reason I got this is because I wanted a nice wide angle lens for my Leicas, and my 35mm I just found wasn't capturing everything that I wanted it to. So often when I'd go for a trip, I don't know, through London is a good example, quite often you want to shoot buildings and you just can't fit them in at 35mm. And I wanted a lens that was much, much smaller. Now this thing is tiny in comparison to other lenses. The full metal construction on it, it is actually quite light. But I think what we'll do first is we're going to quickly run through the tech specs. I'll run through them, then we're going to stick it on a camera and we're going to go for a walk. So I think today we are going to stick it on the M240. So this lens is obviously an M-mount lens. It's 21mm. It's got 8 elements in 6 groups. It has a 10 blade diaphragm. That's quite a high number, so you get some pretty cool sun stars. It's only 136 grams and it has a 39mm filter thread. So this only stops down to f4, so that means you're not going to get small shallow depths of field. And like I said earlier, this is made out of aluminium and brass, so it's a bit of a mixture of the two. And it does feel very well made for quite a cheap lens. So this lens, it does cost around £400. When you stack this up against some of the Leica equivalents, we're talking sort of like £2 grand. So I think what we're going to do then is we're going to quickly stick this on the M240, go for a walk, let's take some pictures, show you guys what the images look like. Right then, let's go. Hi guys, so we're out in the woods. We're going to have a little go with the Leica in a second, but look at this weather. It's like the first day we've had decent weather like this in a long time. So the floor's really wet because we've just had constant rain here in the UK, but who wouldn't want to come out for a walk in this? So, what do you think of the GoPro View? I think it's quite a good way of doing some like first person shooting, so you guys get to actually see me take the photo. But I do look like a bit of a numpty with a camera stuck on my forehead, don't I? But thankfully there's nobody walking around today, so no one about to judge me other than plenty of people on the internet. But yeah, I think it offers a pretty good perspective. So first of all, let's get this off my head and let's start talking about what we're here for today. Right then, so let's talk about one of the big problems of this lens straight away and just get it done and dusted with. So purple fringing at the edges of the image, it really is quite bad. But now this is the important bit, it is so easy to get rid of this in Lightroom. Like all you have to do, and I'll show you now, is open the image, put 2 gradient filters on and turn down the colour on it. And you're done. And now you've got an image that doesn't have purple fringing. So yes, it is annoying if you want your images straight out of camera, because you can't really, but the fix is so quick and it takes seconds to do. And if you want, you could even save that as a preset so it sticks that on straight away. Saying earlier, one of the best things about this lens is the size of it. It is tiny and weighs next to nothing, and that's one of the things that I really hated about my Nocturne lens. So I showed you that earlier in the B-roll of this lens sat next to that, and this is so much smaller, it's ridiculous. And carrying around that Nocturne was starting to get a little bit annoying, to be honest. So I'm actually going to sell that lens because the weight of it just doesn't make it a lens I actually want to take out at all. Whereas this little thing, you almost don't even notice you've got it. And for that reason, I love this lens. And thinking about it, I think that's why I've liked some of my Leica lenses before as well. Leica lenses are generally quite small. The next thing to talk about really is one of this lens's shortcomings is the fact that it can only stop down to f4, which some people might find very limiting. But when you think about what this lens is for landscapes and architecture, then the f4 really doesn't matter too much. I know when shooting film, sometimes f4 means if it's slightly, I don't know, if you're starting to get a bit near sort of dusk, sunset, you might start to struggle because you can't just bump up your ISO. But if you just bump the ISO up on a digital camera, you can normally get away with f4. You're just not going to get that shallow depth of field that some people must have. But yeah, with this lens, that doesn't faze me at all. And it being f4 is part of the reason why they can make such a small, compact lens. And I'm happy with that trade-off. Something else, and you can't help but mention it, is the price of this lens. So we're talking about £400, very similar in dollars. I think I picked this up used for about £250, but honestly the price is amazing. Unfortunately, you do need to remove purple fringing if you're using it on a digital body. If you're using it on an M6, you don't get any of that purple fringing. Now, £400 compared to £2,000, and the lenses are comparable. Like, even if you ignore the fact that this is £400, this is an amazing lens. If you then consider the fact that it's £400, it's outrageous. It almost seems like too good to be true. And honestly, I don't know why they don't charge more for it. People would still buy it. It's ridiculous. I feel like I've missed one thing, and it's my favourite feature. It has a finger tab. I hate lenses that don't have finger tabs. Once you've got used to having that little tab to put your finger under, when you don't have one, it's so frustrating on a rangefinder, and this does have one. And I know you can get adapters for other lenses to make it look like they do, but finger tabs are the way forwards. So being quite a small lens and a wide angle, there is a little bit of distortion. I think the easiest way to show you guys the distortion is before and after in Lightroom. So this is what it looks like. This image looks like before applying corrections, and this is what it looks like after. Like normal though, avoid getting things right in the corners of the frame. Things will start to look a little bit elongated if you're close up. So again, you're probably not going to do this much with a 21mm anyway, but just don't shoot things that are too close. So people's faces might start to look a little bit squished. But yeah, I think for a small lens it does exceptionally well yet again. I did actually buy this lens really with the M6 in mind, and ended up using it on here just as often as I have my M6, but I haven't got my M6 on me today. But here are some of the photos from that. I think this was shot on Colour Plus. So guys, if you can't tell, I really do love this lens. It's an amazing lens, and it's an amazing price. What's there not to love there? But this is the end of the video, so if you guys have enjoyed this, please give me a like, please give me a subscribe. It's really appreciated. as of my next video, I'm going to start doing some preset giveaways. So every time I post a video, I'm going to give away a preset. I've got a whole bunch of them that I use pretty regularly, and I'm going to slowly give them away. So if you guys want to see them, don't forget to subscribe. Guys, thank you for watching.